For the first time since 1972, players are allowed to wear the number 0 in the NFL. So today I assembled a team of players that wear the number 0 or 1. I like to call it a team of binary code. If you're not familiar with it, pretty much it represents text or data that uses a 2-symbol system, and that 2-symbol system is 0 and 1. So before we go through the roster, we do have a super chat. Will Hutton 1516 says, you know how the Lions use Panay Sewell for a first down. What happens when all offensive linemen and defensive linemen were switched with their cornerback wide receiver counterpart? Who would win the big man ball? That's an interesting one. I appreciate the donation. At quarterback number 1, we have Jalen Hurts leading the way. Behind him, we have Justin Herbert, who has a 1 and a 0 in his number. At QB3, we have another number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. At running back number 1, we have Travis Etienne Jr. Our first number 0, DeAndre Swift at RB2. And then Jerick McKinnon, gonna be our third running back. Meanwhile, at wide receiver, we have Tyreek the Cheetah Hill. Now, there are no tight ends that have the number 1, 0, 10, or 11. So we had to improvise and move some wide receivers to tight end. Cooper Kupp is gonna be starting at tight end for the team. Jamar Chase is gonna be at wide receiver for us. But DeAndre Hopkins is gonna be at tight end number 2. AJ Brown at wide receiver number 3. Back-to-back number 11s. Brandon Ayuk, one of the inspirations for this video. Calvin Ridley, number 0. Another number 11. Michael Pittman Jr. And finally, Jerry Jeudy. Now on the defensive front 7, we had to do some improvisation, okay? There were no D tackles with 0, 1, 10, or 11. But there were some defensive ends. Jermaine Johnson II. Micah Parsons, 98 overall at right end. We're gonna move number 0, Brian Burns, to the defensive line. We also have Jonathan Cooper, Yaya Diaby, Byron Young, Roquan Smith manning down the middle, 89 speed Devin Bush, Henley at MLB number 3, not to mention Uchenna Nwosu, another number 0, Lorenzo Carter, and finally Marcus Davenport. Gotta get this big guy on the D-line as well. Leading the way for our defense in the secondary, we have Sauce Gardner, Greg Newsome on the other side, Desmond King the second, Sean Murphy Bunning, Cameron Sutton, and let's be honest, okay, you guys could have liked the video by now, but it's better late than never, man. Go ahead and destroy the button. Jeff, our 6th and final CB. At free safety, we have Jimmy Ward, Marcus Epps, and Juan Thornhill. Adrian Amos at strong safety, along with Jaron Kearse. At kicker, we have Brandon McManus, and punter, we have Johnny Hecker. Now, there were no offensive linemen that were allowed to have 0, 1, 10, or 11 as their number, so we had to get creative, and we made sure that all the linemen we chose had at least a 0 or a 1 in their number. Left tackle, we have Trent Williams and Rashawn Slater. Left guard, we have Graham Glasgow and Brady Christensen. Center, we have David Andrews and Mitch Morse. Zach Martin at right guard and Mike Onwenu. And then finally, Ryan Ramczyk at right tackle. Final look at the squad, man. 91 overall. A lot of guys playing out of position. We had to make it work somehow. Hopkins is going to be our starting fullback. He's also the backup tight end. Hurts leading the way with a phenomenal supporting cast. Defense, as you can see, we had to move some guys around. Parsons, Burns, and Davenport, our starting D-line. Hopefully Diaby can step up during the season. Going to advance straight to the playoffs, man. We cannot help them at all. If they don't make the playoffs, we don't deserve to see them out there. I was hoping to see a 0 or a 1 in the loss column. We end up with 2 losses. Top 4 in points per game. Passing game was not very good, only 20th, but we were amazing when it came to rushing the football and stopping the run. Our pass defense struggled as well. Here's how the regular season went, man. Got off to a phenomenal start. The Cowboys and the Chiefs gave us our only losses of the season, man. Those 3 weeks must have been torturous. We're on a nice win streak heading into the playoffs. Jalen with a decent season, 29 touchdowns, 11 picks, 114.7 passer rating, 3,500 yards, added 600 on the ground. So over 4,000 total yards. He had 7 more rushing touchdowns. Etienne had 18 to go along with 1,240 rushing yards. Swift had 8 touchdowns on the ground. Tyreek had the most yards on the team, 918. Chase was second with 865. Kupp was third. But remember, he was at tight end. AJ Brown, Etienne in the top 5 on the team. A lot of guys got into the end zone. Roquan led us in tackling, and it wasn't particularly close. 15 sacks for Parsons to lead everyone one. Burns with 12 sacks from the D tackle position. That guy's special, man. Lorenzo Carter, 9.5. Those same 3 guys had double-digit tackles for loss. Roquan and Sauce with 4 INTs, tied for the most on the team. Curse had 3. McManus only missed 2 kicks on the season, was perfect from extra point. Mahomes takes home the MVP. We had Hurts in the top 10. Coach of the year goes to Sirianni. Zeke gets OPOY in the AFC. Vaughn gets DPOY. Donald takes home DPOY. Parsons right behind him. And Pollard takes home OPOY. Look at the CD right behind him. Dak in the top 10. Cowboys might be a tough team to beat. So we avoid the wild card round. Now we have a matchup against the 7-seed Panthers, who just upset the 2-seed Niners. I can't believe they did that to San Fran. People might be sleeping on the Panthers. Bryce Young with abilities, starting off with a dot. Now I know we took Brady Christensen and Brian Burns from Carolina, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh yeah, and Johnny Hecker. They still have Booby, who is running against his former team. Kind of an awkward situation. Want him to have a good game, but I'll be honest, I want binary code to move on. Obviously, they can't all have 0s and 1s in a number when they're on the same team. So, you know, you're going to see some weird numbers during the gameplay. Booby getting another nice gain. And his defense bend but not break. 3rd down and 8. Bryce escaping the pocket, stepping up, throwing it out of bounds. Now, we are on all Madden, so I'm a little shocked that he did not go ahead and take off. Then again, he is a young player. Maybe he doesn't have the awareness all the way up. Regardless, Carolina takes the first lead of the game. All right, time to see what Hurts and this offense could do. Just extremely stacked from left to right. We begin with an ETN carry and a very nice tackle, cannot lie. 2nd down and 7. Hurts under center. First pass of the game, complete for the first down. We begin quarter number 2 after that catch from Tyreek. Now the Panthers do have one of the fastest cornerbacks in the league in Dante Jackson, so if anyone can try to cover Tyreek, is him. It was intended for Tyreek, but they had double coverage on him. That's what you're going to need to do against someone with that much speed. 3rd down and 10. Can we keep the chains moving? 4-man rush from the Panthers. Hurts going right back to that spot. Could not hook up with Tyreek. We're going to punt the football. Not too good of a start, man. We're down 10-0 at one point. Finally get a touchdown in the 2nd quarter. But look at the Panthers with the lead heading into the 2nd half. We take the lead and we're not trying to look back. In the 4th quarter, up 8, actually make it a 2-possession game. Talk about a comeback. Binary code, moving on to the conference championship. Bryce did his thing, especially for a rookie. Only 1 interception, but Hurts with 5 total touchdowns. Dominant performance. ETN 5 yards a carry. Thielen was giving us the business, but hey, we made plays when it mattered, and we are moving on. Next up is the 3-seed Falcons, who just beat the Cowboys 27-24. Bills and Ravens on the other side. We call this the Battle of the Birds. We're going to start off with a nice carry. Travis Etienne. Huge gain on 1st down and 10. We get that run game going like that. With all the pass catching options we have, look out. I know there's a lot of mouths to feed in Jacksonville. Ridley, you know, joined the team. You have Kirk, Zay Jones, Ingram. I mean, there's a lot of mouths. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, man, I have a couple more drafts coming up in fantasy. If Etienne is there when it makes sense, I will not hesitate. I think he's very special. 3rd down and 2, though. Can we move the chains? Yes! Great route right there. Jamar Chase with his first catch of the game. He's hype. Cooper Kupp at tight end with Hopkins. Like, those guys, we chose them not just because they're pretty big, but they also had really good strength and they were good at run blocking. So I wanted guys that could obviously catch the football, but could do the other things for us when we need them to. Now they're going out for some routes and Hurts is going down. Falcons defense has some names, man. Grady Jarrett, phenomenal player, getting the sack. 3rd and forever. Can we get back in the field goal range? At the very least, Hurts not going to scramble. I thought he would, but great stop by this Atlanta defense. Time to see if our defense can force the same result on their first drive. Desmond Ridder at the helm. Patterson starting in the backfield. Oh, he almost throws a pick 6. Desmond King, great cornerback, but I need him to get that INT. Like, we have to take advantage of those opportunities. Low-key should be up 7-0, but hey, getting off the field would be more than enough. 3rd down and 2. Handoff. Patterson gets the first. Shotgun. 4-man rush. Ridder over the middle, almost intercepted. 2nd time this drive, we should have had the football in our hands, but now instead they're still in field goal range, looking to get some points on the board. 3-step drop. Ridder finds his receiver. Oh, Mac Hollins with the nice move, staying on his feet. The Falcons take the lead. I don't care who you're rooting for. That was a nasty play. Haven't seen that animation yet. That was the first time I saw it all year. And look at this, we're getting destroyed. 17-0 at one point. Finally score in the 4th quarter. We're down 6. Credit to this team for not giving up. Binary Code is not gonna get beat that easily. 31 passes, only 9 rushes. Here comes another blitz. Hurts gets rid of it. Cooper Kupp with the reception. Less than a minute left. Another blitz. Falcons are not playing any games. Hurts barely gets rid of it. 4th down and 10. Need the O-line to block really well right here. There's a flag. Incomplete pass. Pass interference. We live to fight another down thanks to Mike Hughes. Will they end up 1 game away, or will they find a way to get into the next game? No! Interception. Jesse Bates III sends the Falcons to the Super Bowl, and our run stops in the NFC Championship game. Great performance from Ritter and company. Our defense low-key held us back. Hurts, obviously, with that last INT, didn't do us any favors, but hey, credit where it's due. ATL, especially that play from Mac Hollins, 174 receiving yards in a playoff game. Unbelievable performance from him. We couldn't get the Super Bowl win with the team of Binary Code, but it was still a fun video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Destroy the like button if you did. I'll see you on the next one.